The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Enemies Unite. Which is kind of weird because they team up for like half a second, at least two of them do. Now, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is arguably one of the most anticipated movies of the year, like up there with Godzilla and X-Men Days of Future Past. And what's it like? Is it good? Not really, it's kind of crap to be honest. I mean, the whole thing is just boring, uninteresting. I mean, the whole Parker conspiracy from the last film is explained a bit more. You can tell they're just dragging it out to make sequels. To be honest, it's just their excuse for a reboot. I mean, the Sam Raimi films, they just had the genetic spider. There was no conspiracy to it. It was fine. It worked well for the first two. But these ones, why does it have to be a conspiracy? It's just pointless. And the worst part is, it's boring and uninteresting. And you could have just cut it out and made the movie not 2.5 hours long. Now, the villains are pretty bad as well. I mean, two of them, Rhino and Green Goblin, you could have just cut them out in the movie. Rhino was pointless. They really hyped him up and he does nothing during the movie. And Green Goblin was just shoehorned in. I mean, his fight scene did nothing. It was pretty forgettable. You could have kept Harry Osborn and that would have been fine, but you didn't need to make him the Green Goblin. He doesn't do anything at all. He has a brief fight scene. That's it. He suffers from Venom syndrome in Spider-Man 3. I mean, you could have just replaced him with some Electro scenes. I mean, he's the villain that you hyped up the most for the movie. And it's pretty crap. He doesn't do anything in it. Jamie Foxx is fine as him, but some of his dialogue is just pure awful. He's like, I'm going to make a world without mercy. A world without... And he's like, people don't talk like that. You do your comic book villain from the 60s, but even they don't talk like that. And it's just stupid. Now, some of the good scenes in it were like, the Spider-Man scenes were alright, you know, but compared to the Avengers or Man of Steel or Captain America, they were crap. It was crap compared to that. I mean, come on, you need to make it better nowadays, bigger, surprise us, do something great. And look, you don't really care about Peter as a person. He's not as smart as he used to be in the comics. He needs help and stuff. You know, when he's taking down Electro, he's not as smart. He doesn't seem super smart. You kind of care about the relationship between him and Gwen, but even that becomes a bit tedious after a while. The whole time sitting through, I was like, okay, you're overdoing it now. Okay, yeah, can you just speed it up, please? Just give us back to some Spider-Man action, please. And it's really, there are scenes in it where he's clearly giving away who he's going out with as Spider-Man. Like, there's a scene where he just webs stuff up. You know, he's like, always says, I love you on the Brooklyn Bridge. And then he picks her up. It's kind of obvious who you are. Oh, just look, who is Gwen Stacy going out with at the moment? Peter Parker. Okay, that's Spider-Man. I mean, it's really stupid and pointless. And the whole film is just a setup movie. Hey, look, you mentioned that character's name. Oh, look, that character appears. Oh, guess what? They don't do anything in the slightest. They do nothing. You just get the feeling that Sony are like, okay, Spider-Man is our only franchise we have. We need to make tons of money off of him. So make absolutely nothing happen during this film. Have a few small things happen. Just set things up for sequels. And that's good enough for us. Now, if you're a fan of the Rhino, you're going to hate this film. Like classic comic book Rhino. I mean, in this, they give him a gigantic mech suit with rocket launchers and machine guns. That's not Rhino. You want to make it you want to make it realistic and true to the comics? How about this? Instead of giving him a massive tank-like suit, cover the normal guy in like a super hard foam thing, and then cover him in that metal suit, bulky, you know, have the armour on there. It doesn't have to be skin tight. You have to think underneath that for that. Then you can have the massive bulky armour thing you have, but don't give him freaking rocket launchers. Rhino charges at people. He does not use guns. And that's just stupid. And to be honest, the whole film is just uninteresting. You leave the film not caring in the slightest. And a lot of it, you know, you just want it to end really. Captain America, the whole time I was like, I can't wait, this film is awesome, I don't want it to end. This whole film I was like, I want it to end, please, just end, I want to go home. I mean, it's a bit funny, you know, you chuckle a bit at times, but to be honest, it's a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man is supposed to make you laugh. Making you chuckle is not good. Just, please don't watch this film. You know, just don't. You need to stand out from the crowd nowadays for superhero movies. I mean, with the Avengers, you know, team-ups, awesome, shared universe. Spider-Man, it's like, nothing really, nothing better than anything. I mean, just, please don't watch it. Because my name is Matt, and this is the Vid Files. Oh, and it gets a 4 out of 10. It gets a 4 out of 10. That's the lowest rating I've ever given. That's half of Captain America. And that's terrible. See you next time.